Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's the end of the month, which means it is time for favourites. So let's go ahead and have a look at what I've been loving. Okay, so my very first favourite is actually something that you guys have seen in a couple of videos actually. So I've got two different ones here. So the first one is this cutie pie of a mini Raskog cart by the Organised flock. I love this, and you guys have to go and check out the video if you haven't already. It is seriously the best place to put any washi I bring into this room, I was gonna say this house, but into this room that I haven't swatched in my book yet. So all I do when I get them, they go in here, and then when I get to sort of, when it's full or when I have time, I'll go and put it in my washi swatch book. Man, that's a little bit of a tongue twister. I have done the full video on this one, so I won't talk about it too much, but I absolutely love this, and I'm so glad that I got one. While we're talking about washi, I can't go past these ones. You guys saw these in Monday's video with my Whistle and Birch deco. These ones are the Skittles collection from Fox and Cactus, and then these are the rainbow ones. They're just so pretty. They're just so pretty, and I love anything that's bright and colourful. So I'm not going to talk too much on these either, but I love Fox and Cactus washi, and I actually couldn't wait to buy these. I was actually so scared these were going to sell out. I had to fly the day these were actually on sale, and I was saying to the lady I actually went and asked the lady at the counter, do we have Wi-Fi on this flight? Because if we don't, I might have to wait and catch a later flight so I don't miss out on getting this washi tape. Yes, that's how crazy I am. Thankfully, my flight did have Wi-Fi, and I was able to get my hands on those. And while I got my hands on those, I also got my hands on this little cutie, which is a little washi cutter. Again, you saw a lot of it in that video I did on Monday, so I won't go through too much, but I love the little paw. I love that it's easy to hold on to. It can sit either in my cart, which is where it has been living, which is just an easy place to grab hold of it, using the second shelf, easy to get out. Or you can clip it into your planner. It has also got a little key ring thing, but you could clip that into the rings on your planner and it would be absolutely perfect. So there we go, there's the first three in about 20 seconds. The next lot, sadly, all come from a card that's already gone out. So I'm going to put up a picture of it and you guys can see it, but then I'm going to go into all the different favourites that went up to make this cutie pie. And yes, it is cutie, and it took me forever. This is probably the longest I've ever spent on a card, which is why I am so super insanely proud of it. So my little nephew, William, asked for his birthday, he wanted a card that had an electric eel that lit up. And I sort of was sitting there going, freak, how am I supposed to do that? Thankfully, I had already got some Chibitronics, which I got a mini Chibitronics kit from Dawn over Christmas with my Merry Mice collection. So that was the mini kit that I got. But then I went out and I bought some of these. So these are the Chibitronic LED circuit. I keep saying cricket, but it's circuit lights or circuit stickers. And I got this from J-Car, which is not, I guess, a place under normal circumstances I would think to go and get planner goodies. Now I bought 2 boxes of them, which was all they had left at my J-Car, and they are, I don't know whether J-Car are getting out of them or if they've just sold out and they're not restocking them, but there were very few stores that had any, so check your local one to see if there are any available. And when you open this little kit up, this is what you get. So you get this little toolkit and you get this little book. So the book has all the instructions on how to set up your circuits, how to start easy, and how to kind of build up. My suggestion would be, this is fantastic, and it's really good for the really simple stuff. But if you want to use it on cards, maybe skip the book and go straight to a Lawn Fawn video that use these, because they are really super useful. In the little kit itself, you get some copper tape, which is what lights it all up. 2 batteries, the little stickers, and then you get some white ones and some red, yellow and blue ones, and some batteries. So I got 2 of these just so that I didn't run out. That was on top of the stuff I already had. You can get the batteries from IKEA. The copper tape apparently is very easy to get from, did you get it off AliExpress? Get it off AliExpress. Ryan's got a bunch more coming for me, but the LED lights I think are Chibitronic, not exclusive, but they make the best ones. So have a check out of those on J-Car. I'll link it down below for you so you can check them out. But I will do a video on the Chibitronics when I've had a little bit more time to play with it and get it right, because like I said, doing the other card seriously took me like a day and a half to get it to work. So the stamps that I used on that card, I usually don't preface what I'm going to buy stamp-wise on one card. Usually I sort of have to think of 3 or 4 different ways that I can use it, and then that validates buying the stamp set and off it goes. This was the first one I've ever gone. William said I want an electric eel card, and I said, right, I know what stamp set I'm going to buy, and I went out and bought this 2 seconds later. This is the You Are Sublime from Lawn Fawn. I'm already a diver, so to me this is just a stamp set I've wanted for ages, and I just never had an excuse that I needed to have it now. It was always one that I'd get eventually. But it has a really cute little electric eel here. It's got a little anglerfish, which has a little perfect spot for another light. If you didn't want to do the eel that lights up, you could do the anglerfish could light up. I've also got the cute submarine here, which I've seen so many videos using that as a yellow submarine, and now so do I want to use it. It's got some corals and bits and pieces, and I love the sentiments. Sending my deepest thanks, you light up my world. Just so cute, just so cute. So that's the Lawn Fawn You Are Sublime. The other thing I got with that, or to use with that card, which is another one that I've wanted for ages and just hadn't had an opportunity yet to get, was the stitched wave borders from Lawn Fawn. I used it right at the top of the card, and you can almost not see that it's there because it was such a tiny little bit. But just having that little bit of difference between sky and sea, I think really helped. And I love the stitching details these add. It's just something special. So that was those ones. Now the last one is kind of oh, hold on, no, there's 2 more. Sorry, I forgot about one more. The last one's kind of like it's a favorite without I've actually used it yet. Haven't actually used it yet, but I'm going to put this in here because it's going to make sense. So you guys saw in the cloud video that I did with the gorgeous balloons that sort of floated through the sky, I kind of made my own stencil using just cardboard to be able to put those clouds in. Lawn Fawn have just come out with their own cloudy stencil, and I just need to show you this. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. It hasn't even come out of its packaging, but I am so in love with this and I cannot wait to use it. So it's got 4 different cloud designs, so you can see here how much better they are than the ones that I was using because they're so much closer together. But they've got these cute little grid lines and a center line in the middle, and I don't know if you guys can quite see because it's really hard, but that helps you to line it up and make sure these are straight. You can then spin these around, use them 4 different ways, or if you don't like the pattern, you can go the other way. I cannot wait to use this, so much better than my little cardboard version. Really, really happy that I've got that and cannot wait to use it. So I also used that at the very top of that card that I made for Will, just a little bit at the top, just to add a little bit of something in detail in the sky. I thought that worked really nicely. So the very last thing I'm going to show you guys is this one. This is a Sakura glaze pen. So you guys have seen the jelly rolls that I absolutely adore. This one adds a little bit of dimension. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of paper to make sure it's clean. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this on here. Now, when I zoom, you'll see this. It just adds a little bit of dimension. It is the smallest amount, but for eyes, it adds a little bit of height, and it makes it look like it's reflecting, which is what eyes do that make them look real. And so when you put it on a critter or on something like that, it suddenly makes it feel alive or look alive, and I love the effect. I've actually been looking for these for so long. I only really wanted the black one. Every time I saw them at Picture to Page or online, I could get like a whole pack of 10, but they were like $50 and I only needed 1 really of the 10, so that sort of seemed ridiculous. I did eventually find them on Amazon. I think I spent $26 or something similar to that, but I got 10. And these are the other 2 that I really like. So there's a white one that does the same thing. So just to show you here, which is not going to work because I haven't used it yet. Is that the white one or is that the clear one? No, it's the white one. There we go. It's adding a bit now. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it. So just adds a little bit of that glaze as well to the white. It's obviously not as good as the black because I haven't used it quite as much yet. But then this one here is a clear one. So if you wanted to add something, if you've already got a black eye on there, you don't want to make it any blacker, but just add some clear. That's a cool way to do it, and this would be really good for bubbles as well. I just thought of that while I was sitting here looking at that on the blue, going, oh, that would be so good for bubbles. So they are the Jelly Roll glaze pens. So that is it. They are all of my favorites for February. I know I've technically chucked one in there that doesn't count, and I know that a lot of them came from this same card, but I'm so proud of that card. I love it. I'm hoping Will loves it too. I don't actually know yet if he likes it, but I'm really hoping that he does. I hope it's what he wanted. And it's amazing how many different techniques you can use just to make one card if it's a really special one. So I really hope Will loved it. I hope you guys liked seeing it at least here in this video, and I promise I will do a Chibitronics card for you guys really, really soon. I just have to sort of have a bit more of a play with it and learn how to use it so that I don't mess it up on camera. So if you want to see that, please leave it down below and let me know what kind of card you'd like me to use those lights with. They obviously fit with a bunch of different ones, but if there's something in particular you'd like to see, please let me know. I'll put links to all of these in my description box so you can check them out if you'd like. I hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic month. I hope you enjoyed whatever crafting or planning you got to, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!